let's talk about stimulating interest. 'Cause I think, to me, a lot of people don't know how to generate interest in a startup pitch. I think the most difficult part is, to get in there in a short amount of time. Oh, there's a PowerPoint? Is that for you? Oh, all right. I have no, what's the format? Okay, so we'll start. Yeah, you can stand up. All right, let's hear it for our first.
This is difficult. What's that for? What is that for? Oh, sorry,
that's for his.
Okay. So I came all the way from Brazil with a bad English to share my pains with you because I'm a fashion designer and I have a small brand. So my major pains are three, basically. I have no time to go to all the fairs I want to buy the fabrics I need. Sometimes because of money, sometimes because I don't have time. The second one, as I'm small, it's not easy to find a supplier that fulfill my needs. And the third one is that even if I know exactly what I want in terms of fabric, sometimes I don't find a supplier. So one day I was talking to a friend, and this friend told me that there is a digital platform from Israel, and the idea works like an Uber, and all I have to do is demand. So I can basically say whatever I want. I just went to the platform, choose if I'm a supplier or a buyer, and then I put everything in there, like the fabric I need, the photos that I need, everything to explain to the supplier what I need. And then I could choose where in the world I want to find this material. It could be like in my country, it can be like whatever I want. And that would be like, oh my God, this is magic. After that, you can put all the certifications you need. I mean, you just put everything in there. After that, you just create your campaign. You just create this campaign, and that will be shown for the suppliers. So if the supplier sees your campaign and they have what you want, they will click, that will be a match, and then you start chat. In this chat, you can negotiate. So simple vanilla, simple as that. So after working for like 17 years in the industry, I was like, this felt for me like a disruption. I was like, now I have a voice, and I can find anywhere else in the world somebody that listens to me. And that, for me, was like, oh my God, this is the fourth revolution. That is not going to take the job of anybody. It's going to put everyone on the map. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm very proud of being part of this, because this is, for me, is the fourth revolution, and we can meet there in the technology platform. Thank you.
I guess I'm supposed to review this. I'm looking for a little direction. After, review everyone after? All right, next.
Yes, thank you. Romi, F.F.P Technologies. Nice, thanks. So I am Romi, the co-founder of F.F.P Technologies, which is fashion production based in Tel Aviv. And I'll start with a question. Have you ever thought about the amount of stitches you have on your body? We can do it with none. F.F.P Technologies is working with the Israeli Plastics and Rubber Center to develop an innovative method for producing a threadless garment which is 100% recyclable without human intervention in only 1 minute per garment. How is it done? Let's take a look at the development of the first prototype of its kind, a threadless, water-resistant raincoat made from a unique compound developed by a polymer specialist, Dr. Naom Nave. So this is a professional manual spraying process made in the car rental company Hertz. And this is the co-founder and the acting CEO of the company, trying on the kid-size raincoat that came off the mold. This whole process lasted a few minutes. But now imagine a production line with many molds that pass through several stations. This line will generate a garment every minute. I can talk about the facts, but I want to focus on the solutions rather than the problems. So I'll move on to the next question. What would you compromise to make a change? Will it be quality, speed, or cost? We do not compromise. With our method, we'll be able to produce at rapid manufacturing rate and yet to maintain the quality level of the products, as well as lower the production cost. Forget about China, Bangladesh, and third world countries. Our vision is to bring back to production to the Western countries in support of local economy. However, we do not intend to replace the traditional textile industry, but rather to exist alongside it. We started with a raincoat, but we strive to expand to other industries like sportswear, basics, medical gowns, even fire-resistant uniforms, among many other industries. Our potential customers are worldwide brands. Those brands will be able to embed their logos and other features in our products. The possibilities are endless. I would like to finish by saying that I wish we could make a world peace, but for now, we can definitely make a threadless clothing. Thank you very much.
So e-Stylar, the third. So heads up, I'm from Argentina, and those of you who speak Spanish know that we talk a lot, so a 3-minute pitch is going to be a challenge for me. I'm Matias Gath. I'm one of the co-founders of e-Stylar. We're the first virtual fitting room for online shopping. 80% of the population still doesn't shop for clothes online, and out of those that do, 40% of the clothes that they buy, they keep sending back to the store, creating a huge problem. Actually, 3 of them. We know that the customer experience of buying online is a very poor one. We don't know what matches with what. We don't like the way that things look. Then the sizing obviously is a problem. I still haven't been able to find a single shirt that when I buy it online, it gets to my place and it fits the way I expected. So it leads into the third problem that it's one of the biggest ones that brands keep meeting, which is that 40% of the clothes that they sell get returned back to the store. So we developed the first virtual fitting room that in 4 easy steps, you go into your favorite brand, and you will be able to take a very quick picture of you in real time, and what it will do is that it will measure your body, will scan it, and it will come back with recommendations on all your favorite garments. And remember that retailers don't work with a single brand, which means that this is an even bigger challenge for them, because if you're a medium in one brand, you might be a large in another one and a small in a different one. So what kind of problems that solve? Obviously, the customer experience improves a lot. You will see how something looks on you. You will be able to visualize it as if you were in the store. You will find the right size in a minute, or even less than that. And to brands is the biggest impact. They're going to be able to actually increase their operating profits as the customer conversion is going to be much better. And then they're going to be able to reduce returns, having in mind that brands are spending $20 billion in returns every year. The market is huge. Out of the $2.4 trillion in sales that the fashion industry does every year, only 430 billion have been converted over to the e-commerce. And we think that with this, we're going to be able to increase that conversion quite a bit. Now, we're software as a service. So the way that we profit off of this, obviously, is by having a setup cost for brands, and then we're just, every time they scan something, that's when we're gonna charge them for it, so it's a variable cost. There is absolutely no risk for them in trying something like this, only value added. And we have a very, very strong competitive advantage. First of all, our team. We have a team of serial entrepreneurs, of fashion veterans. We have engineers. Our CTO started coding when he was 6 years old. We're starting to work with some very strong alliances with brands. And finally, we have a very lean structure that we have our headquarters in Argentina, but we have our tech team, our headquarters here in New York, and the tech team over in Argentina, where there's very good talent, but the cost isn't the same. Obviously, there's always competitors. Nobody can deny that. But the biggest difference that we believe that we have is that this happens right from your phone. It doesn't need to, a lot of the competitors that we have been working for or that we're seeing have a limitation that they need to actually go to the store. So we're not competing with them, but rather we're targeting a different need, which is the e-commerce. So we're in the stage of actually raising capital right now. We already have a good percentage of that committed, and that's always good news. And I think that I actually managed to meet my time. I just finally want to talk about the team that I think that it's super important. Again, we have fashion veterans. We have a very strong technical team of engineers, and we have a couple of serial entrepreneurs on the team that have actually had successful exits to understand how to make this move faster and better. Thanks for the time.
Hey, my name is Alek, and I'm the founder and CEO of Miro. And what we do is smart mirrors as a service for brick-and-mortar fashion retail. As opposed to our colleagues that work on a virtual try-on thing, we're working with physical stores to enhance the experience in the fitting rooms. Now, the way we do that, we set up these smart mirrors, and let me show you how it works. So the way it works is we set up these large mirrors in the fitting rooms. You walk in, what's the most common thing that you would need? Probably the same item in different size or color. And that's exactly what you can get. You can scan a price tag, and then you can get access to sizes, colors, recommendations, browse everything that is in stock, just like on Amazon, but in an actual fitting room. And then you can request these items to be brought to you by store associates. So you don't have to get out, get frustrated, get dressed and undressed. You can get all the items delivered to you right away. It's just a better way to shop. Now, what that accomplishes for the customer is pretty obvious. It's a better way to shop. It's easier to shop that way. You get all the information you would normally get online. But for a retailer, what we do is we not just improve the quality of service, but we also uplift sales. And as far as I know, the smart mirror technology has been around for maybe 3 or 4 years now, but it didn't get much traction yet, for two reasons mostly. It was very expensive, and existing technologies could not prove that they actually uplift sales. Now, we have data showing that we can uplift sales by up to 8%, 4 to 5% on average, and at the same time, we charge subscription, roughly 5 to 10 times less than our competitors do, making sure that our mirrors drive anywhere between 5 to 10x positive return on investment pretty much from day one. Now, besides that, we collect a lot of unique data. The kind of data that we collect is, first of all, we know what people try on, and it's possible to calculate conversion rates from try-ons into purchases, which is very valuable data that allows retailers to optimize their stock and their inventory based on how their items convert, something that you would also see online with conversion rates, but would not be able normally to do in an offline space. And also, going one step further, we can actually identify customers in the fitting rooms and create a link between who you are and what you tried on in a brick-and-mortar store, essentially allowing to retarget brick-and-mortar customers in online channels such as Facebook. Now, besides that, it's really easy and fast to do an integration. We're not a security risk, and there are a lot of other advantages, such as, for example, we decrease congestion in the fitting rooms, and there are absolutely no cameras in our solution, so we make sure that we respect customers' privacy. Here are some of our selected customers that we tested with. We tested with Adidas, Puma, Quicksilver, starting with Adore.me in New York, starting with Theory in New York as well, and we're hoping to get many more customers on board to make sure that we can facilitate the best kind of experience that we can for shoppers in fashion retail. Thank you.
How much time do I have for a review? 5 minutes? Okay, perfect. So we'll start here. First of all, I want to say how impressed I am at the actual companies. I will tell you, the most important thing that all 4 of you did well is your businesses are really strong. You articulated the business where, at the very least, I want to hear more, which means I would open the door, invite you in to really pitch your company, and then we can dig into what I missed, what we misunderstood. That I got to hit home this one fact that everyone's going to remember so I can get to the next step. When I get a group of people and they're taking notes and they're going to do calculations and study my P&L, my business plan, my pitch deck. Because the truth is, up here, all you need to do is get those points across. Can you see any reason you want me to pitch you more and really explain this to you? Because right now, does anyone want to invest $10,000 in any of these companies? Are you ready to write a check? Is anyone ready to write a check? You are? Awesome. I got other products for you too. Good. That's impressive enough. Because most people can't get to that point in a pitch. To me, I'm super surprised that I'd want to go to the next step and invest in your companies, proving the things that you've told me. So just remember, hit it home, because your goal is to be able to ask them, can you see any reason you won't want to move forward? That's the whole pitch. That's all you have to do is get down to that subject matter, and all 4 of you did an extraordinary job. So let's give them a big round of applause.